ends now.
It's done. It's done.
That's
full
my boy.
bias. Full bias.
That's my boy. CFL baby Dyer. PiXL ain't ready. I watched his junior earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, no, Dyer's been playing solo Inkling, all only Inkling, and has so far been one of the trio of players to really dominate the CFL region so far. Him, Epic Gabriel, and Goblin are three of the strongest players in the CFL region. Oh, that jab lock, baby.
Yeah, it was a very really nice conversion out from Dyer. Ends up getting that lock, leading into the down smash, and is still keeping up all this pressure onto PiXL. And PiXL actually has displayed an assortment of characters today. You saw the Bowser Jr. a little bit earlier.
Yeah, his junior was nasty. But no, absolutely no disrespect to PiXL. Clearly, you don't make it this far for no reason. This is winners quarters of Ultimate here, but both of these players are trying to put on a show before the big day tomorrow.
Yeah, PiXL showing no fear, ends up landing with that down air on that up throw attempt. Also getting a back air, sending Dyer off stage. Try to land that forward air, still not going to connect, but both of them reaching for that grab.
I'm loving the composure that PiXL is showing. Just whenever his plans don't quite go right, he doesn't panic. He has a plan B ready in mind, right? Like if an up air gets blocked, he goes in with an up tilt right behind just in case he can catch an early shield drop. A lot of his recoveries are really well considered. That time actually being caught for the neutral get up by Dyer, but I mean, up until then, he was getting away from a lot of these down smashes that would have otherwise been perfectly placed.
And PiXL also coming in with that reflector, making sure the splat bomb means absolutely nothing to him. Still trying to land all these back airs, but it's so difficult to try to catch an Inkling. It's just kind of chilling there.
The problem with reflecting splat bomb, and we saw it stock 1, is that if you're still close to it, the ink itself will still coat you instead of the Inkling. So you still give him a little bit of an extra boost. Not to the same extent of getting hit by it, obviously, but Dyer doesn't mind if he reflexes it, for sure.
There's a combo break. Nice. But yeah, Dyer at 161%, hanging back, tossing the splat grenades, getting whatever little momentum. Yeah, we're just seeing just the slightest pokes with back air, using that disjointed hitbox and any grab openings he can get with this superior movement.
Yeah, rising up with that forward air, getting a lot of percent. Dyer is just looking like he is untouchable at the moment. Yes, you can go ahead and get all this percent, but you're not going to take this stock.
I really like that when Dyer did that air dodge, he didn't do a directional one, but he still focused on resetting to ledge regardless, just to give himself the safest chance to make it back to neutral.
Wow, this is absolutely suffocating play from Dyer. You see the percents racking up, as you point out, Miho, but it just doesn't matter. If you can't get the kill confirm, he's going to be sitting there getting darker and darker in those percents, and he's going to lose another stock.
Yeah, we're seeing PiXL trying to regain his composure too, right? Those little lasers, they're obviously not really needing any more percent. It's just trying to get yourself back in that right mindset, but that's just not going to be it.
Bro.
We know PiXL maybe can still make it.
He's not going to get it, but not even punish right there on the regrab.
Even the stream runner was like, all right, this is it.
Finally, the up tilt able to take away that stock. You know, a kill option you don't see too often, but, you know, when you're getting pretty close to 200, that thing better kill.
Yeah, I mean, usually it'll lead into back airs or some form of, like, combo finisher, but in that case, enough.
Recovering with a Firebird. Yeah, it just has to deal with the pro threat of back airs. Such a difficult option to go ahead and deal with because it keeps Inkling so safe and just bounce off right behind and just keep up the onslaught right after.
We saw the knockback on that. That actually comes down to how long Inkling charges the splat bomb, whether or not it sends you out or forward like it did just then.
I'm assuming that was forward air, if I'm not mistaken. Able to go ahead and get that trade, get that stock. Dyer going up 1-0 now.
Definitely wasn't a neutral air.
Suffocating game 1. Absolutely suffocating. We saw the first stock go either way, and then Dyer really just turned on the jets on 2 and 3.
Yeah, some really good stuff right there. Coming out from Dyer. From PiXL, you've seen, you know, moments of which, you know, the Falco could go ahead and shine. It really what it came down to is, I hinted at it. It's like, yes, he's getting a lot of percent. He's getting a lot of these hits. He just can't find that hit that matters. I mean, especially with Falco, you want that down tilt or you want that back air. Outside of that, it's very difficult to go ahead and kill with that character.
So, Piranha Plant, what are your thoughts on Inkling? Because I feel as a character, like a water-based character wanting to cover things in ink, would get along quite well in your attempts to terrorize Delfino Plaza.
Yes, no, absolutely. Me, Petey, and the Inklings, all great friends, great comrades in arms, but my main boss, Mr. Bowser, is up against him, so I gotta go ahead and root for him.
Yeah, this is his kid here. We gotta make sure we keep the family ties separate. You are an ally, but blood is thicker than water.
Yeah, see, Bowser Jr. right now letting you know what place you are in, letting the Ink know I control you. You don't tell me what to do.
I mean, to start off with, Dyer looking to have that same stage control presence he had against PiXL's Falco. But PiXL's doing a better job, at least, of slipping back on stage. And Bowser Jr., of course, going to have more flexible kill options and setups than Falco does.
Yeah, no, also with the Bowser Jr. pick, I feel like it gives PiXL a little bit more mobility, trying to use that cartoon mix-up if they're going to come in immediately with a hitbox, or just try to go ahead and cancel with that jump and try to fake him out just like that when you're recovering, especially with that hammer.
Wow, this option coverage is beautiful. Going to go ahead and come down with these aerials and still catch tech rolls in the opposite way. PiXL looking a lot more alive with his Bowser Jr.
That forward smash barely off the mark. The brush does not find the canvas, unfortunately enough. Splat Roller is still going to get punished out as well with back air. PiXL just ready for a lot of these setups that Dyer's going for.
I also like the way that PiXL is using the clown cart as a way to deal with Inkling's ambiguous movement, right? It doesn't really matter how far away you dash, you're just going to get run over. You have to be forced to commit to shield in the face of that option, and that locks Inkling out of one of the strongest tools that they have.
What a conditioning tool right there coming out from PiXL. He's already shown that he can rise up with that hammer. Dyer was ready for it. He immediately just backed off. He was like, all right, you're going to go back to this ledge, and we're just going to reset this game of rock, paper, scissors again.
Oh no! Being pineappled at the bottom of Pokemon Stadium, Dyer's going to get a little bit of relief at the tight game as a result of that.
Excuse me, it's on Pokemon Stadium. He got pineapple buried.
I see you. I see you.
You're welcome. But this is, I mean, it's interesting to see how PiXL is making this work. I'm actually kind of racking my brain right now to think of a junior in Ultimate for Florida, and I'm not coming up with any. So this is really just learning on the fly, trial by fire for Dyer right now, and PiXL really taking advantage of it with that down air too.
How PiXL going so deep and able to come up with the hammer, taking it. Excuse me.
That covered so many options with that up B, because otherwise, if you delay, you have the risk of the clown car blowing up on you down below the stage.
Yeah, PiXL is just awoken with this Bowser Jr. pick, putting Dyer right back in the air, and he is struggling, lapping him as well. Not even afraid of the Splat Bomb, getting cleanly past it.
Dyer, though, picking up a clean punish on that early clown cart eject.
Gonna grab again, gonna go for the up air, or just get him off stage. Bowser Jr. too heavy, but the second one, enough to do it. But 92%, Bowser Jr. can kill in a lot of ways at these percents.
Able to go ahead and get that grab, hit him with the little hammer a couple of times, try to just rack up that percent. Hopefully the next pick hit will go ahead and take it.
Does that mean Isabel's on Bowser's payroll? Because his pummel's the same as Isabel's jab.
We don't talk about how the Kingdom handles the stack.
Is she his Bowser's accountant?
Anyway, lots of rapid jabs coming out from Bowser Jr.
And actually enough to go ahead and take away the stock as well.
I am sensing a criminal empire that you guys clearly do not.
We're not covering up anything, Broza.
Do you not see the collusion?
Why are you
do you
questioning
not
things?
see the? This is
Do you
not
like
a witch
commentating,
hunt.
Brosalina?
This. Are you gonna blackball me, mijo?
Well, you can't prawn.
I am preaching the truth.
I'm sorry. Where's Andy? Can we get Andy in here instead? You know, Brosa, you can live for another game. We'll figure you out. We'll figure you out. But going to the most important game, though, Game 3.
All right, so we see the Smashville pick here. Going to be a much smaller stage that we saw from Game 2. It's almost, I think Dyer's kind of want to control how PiXL's able to move around with the clown cart.
I think one of the big things here that Dyer caught wind of was a lot of the mix-up that PiXL was relying on with the clown cart was upping immediately afterwards. And ordinarily, if you can mix up your landing, you can make that kind of safe. But here on Smashville, there's a lot less stage to mix up where you're going to go. That's going to help Dyer pick up a lot bigger punishes in that situation.
Dyer with a lot of pressure there at the ledge, and he's just keeping it up continuously with these splat bombs. And now, when he's landing down with the neutral airs on shield, he's immediately going for the jab to try to go ahead and get that shield poke.
Oh, gonna just do an empty jump instead, and PiXL trying to keep up this pressure.
Dyer, however, playing a lot more defensive in this game than we saw in the first year, really relying on shield to counteract Pixel.
No, and I think that's just something you need to do in this matchup. When you're playing against a Bowser Jr., you need to put up that shield when it's needed, especially when you see that clown cart coming right at you, because when it hits your shield, it's basically like, okay, you hit me, you can't do anything out of it aside from jump at me or go right past me.
Just going to rely on getting a little bit extra damage with these splat grenades.
Doesn't get the parry on that final hit, and is going to take that, unfortunately.
Again, Dyer, like we said, trying to play as patient as possible. Thinks he finds his moment for a burst of aggression with the down tilt, but PiXL able to just squeak his way past that and get a little bit more stage control. But otherwise, neither player really wanting to commit too hard. They recognize and respect each other's ability in that advantage state.
No, Dyer literally stood in the center stage and short hop backward for like 30 seconds.
Yeah, especially when you have that lead and a disjointed poke, you know. Especially if it's your only disjointed poke.
I mean, especially after that game 2, he already knows when he overcommits, he takes a lot of damage, and stuff like that happens. Ends up losing that stock from the back hit of the hammer yet again.
Gonna go ahead and get a solid jab combo. A nice splattering of ink on Pixel. And slowly, Dyer just kind of getting these happy little punishes. Working his way onto a masterpiece.
Another up throw leading into the up air. Beautiful stuff right there coming out from Dyer. The patient switch is just enough to really make this go in his favor. Pixel just really struggling to catch on now.
And the way that Inkling is able to rack up damage against the cast, this is really hard. Pixel just hasn't had an answer this game, and Dyer's like, all right, well, I'm going to put a little bit of here and a little bit there, and now we're looking at 100 to 26, but except Dyer has an extra stock to go.
Yeah, and it's also, you can sort of see Pixel's composure starting to falter finally when he's in disadvantage. A lot of spot dodges coming out on the ledge, a lot faster air dodges, and it's only a matter of time before Dyer catches on, or he can just get that up throw to up air right there.
Not enough yet, though. Bowser Jr. quite heavy, but the forward smash on the landing is going to be enough to cover it. Fist bumps all around. Dyer advancing into winner's semi.